To chaotic crafting. So I'm going to do another couple of pages in this spread of the Diet Coke art journal that we created. Still holding up really well with that 3-tab, 2-tab system that we did. We did these the other day, and so now we're on to our 2 gessoed pages. So I think I'm going to do a 2-page spread, and I'm going to grab a couple of different sizes of washi. You can be an OCD person who has to measure everything out, and I invite you to go get your ruler and start measuring everything out. I'm gonna eyeball it because I don't care, because this is art and it's my journal, and I know it's not gonna be perfect because I gave up on perfect a long time ago. I am gonna try to get it somewhat straight, but seriously, I'm not gonna fret too much about it. I want these to come about 3/4 of the way down on the page. I may regret that later, but for now, that's sort of the measurement that I'm going to use. I'm just going to make sure that the edges are real good and down because I don't want my paint seeping up under there. I say washi tape, guys, I hope you all realize by now that washi tape is basically masking tape, which is just a low-tack tape that's designed to pull back off without pulling off all the gesso that we've just laid down on this journal. I'm using Dylusions paint. You don't have to use Dylusions paint. It doesn't matter which paint you use. When you paint and you've got the lines, you don't want a whole lot of paint on your brush. As you can see, we've got some nice little black and white stripes. If you want to, you could take a paint pen, a white paint pen, and go in and clean up the areas that bled through a little. I'll do that just for a second, just to kind of show you how that would work. But you can take that, I could go in here and pretend like none of these mistakes happen, but I'm just, because this is not going to be the focal point, this is going to be a background, I don't really care, so I'm not going to do all this. I just want like the little round cactus with flowers on top, and they're kind of going all every which way, but I do want to make sure I cover up all this area down here. I'd like a tall one. I like to start with the lightest color. It doesn't matter what paint brand you've got, so we're not going to focus on that. This one, it's like the lightest green I've got. I wound up getting a lot of different green and a couple of blue shades and some pinks and purples for the flowers. So I'm just going to start building up the color. I'm going to move on to the darkest color next. Whoops. Excuse me. The paint I'm using, I can already tell I'm going to need lots of layers. Okay, so I've gone to Umber, which is a really dark green-based paint, and I'm going to mix that in with some of this evergreen, darker green that I had. And okay, if black lines never truly disappear, that doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, then you just keep working and you keep layering until you get them completely covered up. So one thing I'm thinking I'm going to do is lay that, I've got that dark umber laid down. And really, if you don't have an umber, then just mix a little brown or a little black in with your darkest green and see if you can darken up the shade a little bit. The light source. I don't get this technical, and I'm not trained enough to be this technical, but let's just think about it. If the light's coming from this way, then all of these back sides have to be a little darker. And so I always usually let the light come in from the left. I don't know why, because clean brush. And I'm going to start with some more fun colors. I want to put some of this blue. It's called Ocean. You could use this or a turquoise or whatever color suits your fancy. To me, this is a nice medium shade, so I don't want to put it on my darker shade that I laid down, because that's the shadow. But I am going to put it like maybe right through the middle of it. So I'm just going to go straight in here and kind of hit the tip. Now you can kind of see that this one looks like it's in front of this one, in front of this one. This one's in front, that one's behind. I do want to get maybe a smaller brush and do some tips. Now let's go back and work on our pink flowers. And I'm just going to start with a U. Probably would work better if I made sure these were nice and dry so I don't have pink and green mixing together, but I don't care. I know I'm going to need some white, so I might as well just put some down on my little glass mat. One that's very light, that's maybe right here. You know what? I think I'm going to do some little buds. Nice and bright, and I just want it to mix. It's okay with me if these two mingle together a little bit and create just a real yellowy green to make my little pox. Oh, that didn't work. That's okay, because I don't want them to be real sticking outy. There we go. I jumped to my Tombow Fuduki pen. I don't know what it's called. I call it Fuduki. All right. I think that's funny. There is our little garden of cactus plants and our don't be a prick. Like, just don't do it. Don't. It's not worth it. All right. So there's another one of our little, oh, I forgot what I wanted to do. This is so cool, y'all. Hang on. This little thing of glue dots. It's perfect for, like, let's say you've got like a, I don't know, a flower or something that you're putting down, and this is a good way to stick it to whatever you're putting it down on. But I like to use them as, kind of have to control where you want it to go, as, oops, I got 2 for 1 on that one. I didn't want to, but oh well. Let me get this one in. Oh, I'm going to have to 2 for 1 there. You can tell I really know how to control this thing. Not nearly. I think this is cool just because of the black and white background. I don't know if it'd be as cute. Probably. It'd probably be cute on any kind of background. I was going to tell you earlier, you don't have to do black and white if you don't want to. You can do pink and white or purple and white. I'm going to squish that one up. Okay, so watch this, y'all. So we've got the glue dots. You get the full on it. Kind of have to rip it off pretty quick or it'll start trying to stick too hard. Okay, I've got some rose and some gold. And any little spots that you see, you can go back and press them out. This is really great about pulling that in. And then look, we got some gold foil. You want to be sure you cover up all of the gold foil because that's just a glue dot and that will be sticky if you don't, and your pages will wind up sticking together. So I'll go back through and make sure I don't have any. Oh, here's another cool thing. If any of your paint is sticky wet, like kind of dry but sticky, this will stick to that too. Or any of that ink. Oh look, any of that ink that I just did on the marker, it'll stick to that. So sometimes I just go back where it's sticky. It's not really wet, but it's still kind of sticky. And so I'm going to do put some of this in the flowers. How cool is that? I love this. I could put full stamping on everything I ever do. It would make me very happy. All right, now how cute. That's cute. I don't care who you are, that's cute. All right, so there's our little full stamping. There's our little sign. Don't be a prick. So here's the final project. Thanks again for watching Chaotic Crafting. See you next time.